to Face, the program
that frontally discusses
political and social issues in Nigeria. The weekly program brought to you on Wednesday by 6 p.m. Nigerian time, anchored by Prince Ewemade Concourse, powered by GCSDN.
Join us.
Welcome to today's edition of Face to Face program. We are going to have a very robust discussion today, being that the fact that the topic that we are having is something that is coming up in Nigeria very soon. And also, we're also going to have our brother, who's going to this topic. Why does the Nigerian government fears peaceful protests? It's a very simple question. Why? So we need to hear from you, the viewers who are at home, wherever you are in the globe. You can also weigh in. The right to protest in Nigeria is guaranteed under Section 39 of 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, which ensures the freedom of expression, include the freedom to hold opinion and to receive and impart information without interference. Additionally, Section 40 of the same 1999 Constitution, as amended, unequivocally guarantee the right to peaceful assembly and association. This is something that is enshrined in our Constitution. I don't understand why Nigerian government are paranoid because people are calling for protests. There must be a reason why they are calling for protest. That should be their major concern, not people calling for protest. Before we continue, let me just quickly, because it's very funny how things can, how things can just turn around for some certain individuals. Before we continue, let me just play a video clip of the incumbent president of Nigeria, the current president of Nigeria.
Not enough that they are stealing from our children tomorrow for lack of investment in education. They are still embezzling the retirement benefit of hardworking Nigeria, including our grandfathers. They are stealing the port, the treasury, not even leaving some coins for us to war with. Let them be out. Out.
This is very laughable. You see, in how things can just quickly turn around. The current president of Nigeria in 2012 was asking Nigeria to come out in en masse, come out in their numbers, to come and protest against the former president Goodluck Jonathan administration. Nigeria everybody came out on the street. Nobody was shot at. People had the opportunity to air their grievances. But today, you are the president of Nigeria, and people are calling for protest, and you are being paranoid. Your security say the Department of Security Service is secretly arresting Nigerians. Those they think they are part of the organizer of this protest. But you know the sad thing is, the people are asking. Sheung Okimbaloye was also asking Falana yesterday if he was part of the protest, if he was part of the organizer or part of the protest. There's nobody. The organizers of this protest are hunger, unemployment, insecurity, poverty, and corruption. Those are the people that is calling for protests in Nigeria today. Anyway, let me not bore you too much with my story. I'm going to bring my friend in, the Chief MD, to weigh in on this discussion. Hello, Chief MD, you are live. Welcome to the program. All right, I think just lost his connection there. We'll get him back anyway. Yeah. So, like I was saying, those of you who are watching from home, whatever part of the continent or the globe you are watching from, you can also send us your comment, what you think about today's topic. Why does the Nigerian government fears peaceful protests? Perhaps they are afraid of their shadow, because the current president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was the same man you just saw on that video in 2012, calling for protest, calling Nigerians. And then the situation of Nigeria was far better than the situation of today. Then, when he was calling for protest, dollar was less to a dollar, less than 200 naira to a dollar. Bag of rice was sold for 7,500 naira. Eggs, bread, just all the food items were very cheap compared to today's Nigeria. That people are the hunger, the starvation, the poverty, they are all calling for protest now, and you've been paranoid. Your police, your Department of State are arresting people secretly. It's very unfair. You see how things can turn around? When you were a bloody civilian a few years ago, you were calling for protest. Today you are the president of Nigeria and people are calling for protest. The table turn around just like that. So you should allow Nigerians to protest. It is their civic, their right. It is their right to protest. It's right there enshrined on the Constitution. Section 40 of the 1999 Constitution clearly states it. They have the right to protest. As long as they are not being violent, they are not looting, the police should also escort them during the protest. Yeah, I think we have our brother back now. Chief MD, you are live. You are welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me in the program. As usual, it's a privilege and honor to be here and have this very potent discussion with you as regards to this protest going on in Nigeria, starting August 1st to August 10th, all over Nigeria and all over the world. Yeah, from the 1st to the 10th of August. It's happening in all over Nigeria and all over the world. Wherever all we Nigerians are, in our only two way, we must join this rally. This is not a rally for Christianity. This is not a rally for Islam. This is not a rally for the East. This is not a rally for the South, West, for the North, Northeast, Northwest. This is not a rally for a pastor. This is not a rally for a imam. This is not a rally for a politician. It's not a rally for Peter Obi or most importantly, it's not a rally against APC or against PDP or against anything. It's a rally against poverty and wickedness. It's a rally against political principalities who want to keep us oppressed and suppressed. It's a rally against missed opportunity. It's a rally against. It's about. So I want to appeal most especially to the security officers, the police, the army, and all those people. Listen, this rally is also about you. Condition who are looking for better situation, better condition, not just for themselves, but for the society at large. So if you better for your neighbor, it don't better for you. So this is what the rally is about. It's not against anyone, but it's rather it's for the greater good of all Nigerians. It's not against the person, but rather it's against poverty, wickedness, and principalities in political space. Thank you.
So why does the Nigerian government fear the peaceful protest? Why are they afraid? Or in your own opinion, why do you think they are afraid of people coming together to express their displeasure, displeasure with the system, with the government, with the things, the way the country is going? Why do you think they are afraid?
They are afraid because even the Bible says when the light shine, the darkness will not be able to comprehend it. But if you are in light, you're not afraid of light. You understand? It's those who dwell in dark places who are afraid of light. If they were doing something good, if they were performing to the true nature of their mandate, which they stole, right, they will not be afraid of, there will be no need for protest. And they will not be afraid of protest. Protest is a symptom of something wrong in the society. They cannot pay somebody to counter protest and expect to have a genuine thing. So, in my own thing, if they are doing anything good, they can come out and defend what they are doing and explain to the people and say, this is what we do to eradicate poverty, to elevate good standard of living. This is what we're doing to make sure security is abound. This is what we're doing to develop the roads and rural development. They will be counter narrative. That's what they will be saying now. This is what we're doing. This is what we've done. It's only 1.5 year plus. But within that 1.5 years, this is what we've done. The president will be on the head saying that. The vice president will be there. The whole cabinet will be saying that. Instead, the president press secretary is accusing Peter Obi. The obsession of Mike Adenuga, what's his name? Adenuga and the party and this present government, the obsession of Peter Obi shows their lack of integrity or value. It shows their ability to truly govern. Because if they could, this is a small case. You give them your narrative. They don't need to pay thugs to go and protest against those protests. They don't need to incentivize the police to kill innocent children, women, impoverished people. They don't need to. Their narrative will stand on its own. Imagine people trying to protest against OT in Abia State, for instance. OT doesn't have to say anything. It's evidence of OT going to the government the same way this president going to the government. Obviously, we know it's one state and it's one and is looking at a bigger picture, but OT's presence in government is felt to inside the market. People will tell you as OT presence have changed the landscape. So if they're doing anything,
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying they cannot blame, like for 8 years, Buhari blamed Jonathan. For 8 years, Buhari achieved nothing, borrow more money on Nigerian government and the next generation to come without producing anything. This government, who is also an APC, came in, cannot even say, you know what, as a true patriotic Nigerian, Buhari is a terrible human being, not just a terrible government, not just a terrible president, Buhari and his team are terrible human beings. And we're going to do things different. But they're not. They just perpetuate the same thing. So why are they afraid? They're afraid because they know they have achieved nothing. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you so much. Today I was somewhere I read today about the National Assembly and the Senate. They're going on recess till sometimes September 16th. I don't know how far that, but I saw it on a very reliable news outlet today. The reason is that they don't want, because they saw because of the protest that is being planned, they are afraid of their shadow, that the protester might come take over the National Assembly and the Senate. So because of that, they decide to go on the 8 weeks holiday. To me, is quite laughable, because if they have anything to show to Nigeria that this is what they've been able to do for the last 1 year since they've been in office, there's no point of running away. You face your people, you show them evidence of what you've done, just like you said, Anyway, let me move on to the next question. What are the reasons behind protests in Nigeria? Can you just tell our audience what do you think, in your own opinion, are some of the reasons that probably triggered this protest that people are calling for? Actually, it's going to start, the end of the protest is going to start 29th of July, and the main protest is going to start from 1st of August to 10th, which is called a days of range, So yeah, just tell us.
The reasons are so obvious. The reasons are so obvious, and it's only wicked politicians that God will judge will say they don't know. Let me just break it down for you, right? In the most simplest form, right? the cost of living just to buy Gary, if you're somebody who is on salary of 30,000, it's not affordable for you. That is just it. Even though if you live in the village, the cost to just buy Gary to eat is not available. It's not affordable. For 8 years, the price of living under Buhari, cost of living were going up because Buhari, out of wickedness, this is the part we don't want to talk. Out of wickedness, Buhari closed the border. Even this in UK and America, they still import food, even though they are farmers. They import and export food. Every country, even the civilized countries, still import. In UK, we import even flowers. You understand? They say there are farmers, there's everything in UK. They import beef. Buhari closed the border in the south, opened the border in the north. And majority of those in the north cannot even go to the farm because terrorists have taken over their farm. So most of the rice that was coming from Niger into Nigeria, and it was sold at a premium rate. And the level for rice that was sold at 5,000 per bag now to about 50, 60, 70,000. How do you think that is going to come back to 5,000? It's not going to happen unless government put hand in it. And the saddest part is this. Those northerners that stood with Buhari, they are the ones that suffered the most. And they're the ones suffering the most. People literally dying. I have a friend that lives up north. He said people literally die on the street now out of poverty. There's a police inspector that hanged himself because he could not afford bribe. You know, see, even to collect bribe not there anymore. There's a police officer who is killing fellow officers to steal their gun and to go and sell. His fellow officers will go for a raid. They will kill them, take their gun to go and sell. The level of abject poverty in Nigeria right now is the catalyst. We don't need anyone with common sense who have the faculty to think and be fair knows. An house of rep salary a month is close to, forget the house of rep salary a month, it's close to 20 million or more. If you take 5 million every month and say, this is my locality, that I'm the house of rep, I'm going to invest it in people. It will transform that locality every month. Apart from saying buying people, okay, all of now we did this locality on our school fees in my own local ward that I'm a house of rep. I'll cover the school fees. I'll fix the schools. I will incentivize the market to bring down cost of goods and services. Instead, they consume. They consume only for themselves. So that is the catalyst, and people can see it. We're in a day of social media. Before, those who have can hide away, now they can't. If they take a recess, watch most of those Senate and House, they're not going back to their state. Many of them are already in UK and America and Dubai now. They've run away from the country. Many of them are either ran away from the country or hiding in Abuja. They're not. If they take a recess, a break, they are all supposed to go back to their district. See how many House of Rep and Senate you find in their district during August 1st to August 10th. Let's count. Many of them either locked up in Abuja or they're abroad.
Thank you so much. Thank you. If you are just joining us on this program today, our topic is, why does the Nigerian government fear peaceful protests? The Section 40 of 1999 Constitution, as amended, gives Nigerians the right to peacefully assemble and associate. It is their right. And it's also their right for the police to protect them from point A to point B, wherever they wish to protest through. It is the duty of the police to protect the protesters. Yes, we understand very well most of the protests that has been going on in Nigeria, the politicians send their talks to go after the peaceful protesters, thereby triggering, chaos in the street of Lagos, Abuja, wherever the protest is being held. That has always been the problem. The politicians, we saw it from the last protest, where boys were being dropped from the government official vehicle. It was all over the news, all over the social media. The politicians are the ones sending hoodlums, the people they called hoodlums, the thugs. So Nigerians have the right to protest. Before we continue, let's take a quick break. I'm going to play a soundtrack, a song that I have the right to play on this program. It's a soundtrack from a young Nigerian artist just coming up.
Nobody give me the go-go. Me I dey on my own. See I know the cash go. Holy Spirit cover my soul. Practically, magically, physically, spiritually, vertically, party after party. Why you waiting patiently? Patiently, frequency go entirely. Come make we go. Hope you not go tell mommy, looking on the door. Hope you not go tell daddy. This one is in my life for fantasy. Really wanna stay when I call up on me. Let's pull up in my SP limousine. She really shock me, I don't get it kind. Say you funny, pass Mr. Bean. This shocking all of the automatic. Automatic like chameleon. Can I call you my teddy? Oh Stacy, really wire steady on the fire.
Yes, we are back. If you are just joining us on this program, the topic for today is why does Nigerian government fears peaceful protests? Yes, Chief MD, that takes me to the next question. Who are the organizers? People want to know who are the organizers of this protest, in your own opinion.
It's very simple. If they don't know by now, then there must be a really stupid government. Those organizers of this party, of this rally, is very simple. It's number one, poverty. Poverty is the number one organizer of this rally. Everybody, both rich, middle class, even rich people, rich one, the 1%, they don't feel safe. Poverty is the number one. Number two is insecurity. You have a house, you are like a prisoner in your house. You burglary proof, electric fence, electric everything. You can't even move freely within point A to point B. You understand? Disfranchisement is another thing. Misplaced opportunity. Lack of hope, lack of future, lack of purpose. We turn most of our young boys to Agberu roaming the street or Yahoo. We turn most of our girls to prostitute. Those are the things that are organizing this. If you're saying as a person that, it's one person behind it, there's nobody but the principalities that's against us, making us unite to organize. As nobody have personally contacted me to join this rally or support this rally. Nobody has, and nobody have contact. But we all know that poverty has touched everybody one way or the other. Insecurity have touched everybody in one way or the other. Political principalities that borrow money against the future of the country and the people, and then put the money in their own personal pocket, is what is organizing this. So if the government want to arrest people who are organizing this, they should first of all arrest those who are instigating all these all these reasons to rally. They should first of all arrest themselves, because all these reasons are the reason their policy or lack of policy created. They should look into the mirror and then arrest themselves. Then they would know how to address who are the organizers. Let me just make it clearly. The government are the organizers of this rally. They are incompetent.
Thank you.
Their ineptness,
Thank
their
you.
waywardness is the organizer of this rally.
Thank you so much. Like you rightly said, people are I've heard from some of the platform that I belong to that the Department of State has been secretly arresting people that they think or they suspected to be the organizers of this protest. However, they are wrong, because like you said, the organizers of this rally are hunger, unemployment, insecurity, poverty, and corruption. Those are the true organizers of this rally, because these are the common things that brought everybody together, that unite every Nigerians, irrespective of their political affiliation, their social group, whatever. Everybody are united when it comes to this whole issue. So the same issue that is pushing you out, the same issue that is pushing me out, pushing everybody from every nook and cranny of Nigeria. So the attention of the government should be focused on what are the cause of the problem. How should they address the problem, the hunger, the unemployment, the insecurity, the corruptions? They should focus their attention on that instead of arresting people. Arresting people is not going to solve anything, but it's going to add more to your problem. Because like Frederick always say, the day 20 million Nigerians will hit the street of Nigeria, 20 million. We have over 220 million population in Nigeria. The day 20 million Nigerians will hit the street of Lagos, Abuja, Kano, Sokoto, Port Harcourt, Edo, that will be the day Nigeria will be free. 20 million, that's all we need, because if you look at
We don't even need 20 million.
if you look at the security service in Nigeria, hold on a minute. Let me hold on a minute. If you look at the security structures in Nigeria, they are less than 1 million. The police, army, navy, DSS, civil, the national security, what's it called? The civil defense corps. If you look at all of them put together, they are less than 1 million. How can they overpower 20 million Nigerians on the street? How are they going to shoot? If we have 20 million Nigerians on the street of Nigeria today, that will be the end of poverty. That will be the end of insecurity. That will be the end of unemployment. That will be the end of hunger in Nigeria. 20 million Nigerians on the street. That's all we need.
My dear brother.
The government, every one of them,
my dear brother, 20 million is too much. 20 million is too much. Just each state, 10,000 people decide to join the protest. In each state, 10,000. That's about 360,000 across the whole of Nigeria. Even in the state, let me take Edo State. Do you think in the whole of Edo State, the whole forces were there Edo State, they reach 10,000? They don't reach 10,000. The whole forces combined, army, police, they're not up to 10,000. Because the whole Air Force is about 18,000. I think Navy is about 25,000. The biggest is, I think it's Army, about 200,000-300,000. The police is far less. If we add police to it, civil servant, they're all less. The total number is not up to 1 million. Majority of those people are administrative people, not necessarily the street people. If you take the police, let's say the police is about 300,000. Yeah? How many of those police are on the street? You understand? So the thing we need is beyond just the rally. The rally is a good cause, but the rally must also define why we are protesting. Because right now there's still yes definition, because what we are getting, the mandate and what the government is saying are two different things. Me personally, I'm supporting the rally because I want devolution of power. I want us to go back to regional government. I want the central government to be as weak as possible, to become even a ceremonial thing. That's it. I want that process to change and let each region have like a prime minister of that region that controls everything in that region. Then the federal government only control the army. You decentralize the army and SS. That's it. They will have their police. They are responsible for their own security. The army and the SS is for the sake of interstate problem. The Nigerian federal government will come in. But we do not have any reason for the state to have an army parade in the street. We have custom. Like if you're going from Benin to Uromi, you will see custom checkpoints. You will see immigration checkpoints. You will see army checkpoints. You will see navy checkpoints. You will see police. You will see vigilante checkpoints. You will see elders checkpoints. You will see Agbero checkpoints. And all that checkpoint.
What are they checking?
You go through, and all of those checkpoints, this is how cost of living is going. All those public transport, that's how they're giving them 100, 200, 500 naira as they go through every time. Or you have close to 20 checkpoints. Now, at the end of the day, Agbero don't spend almost 3,000 to 5,000 just to take a goods from one point A to point B. I've seen where public transport, decide to public transport, you can see it's packed with people and food. Tell everybody to come down. They are searching people. What are you searching for? Nigerian army on a public transport containing people. After search, they go next stop. Police stop them. Same as you bring everything in the car out because the driver refused to give them money. That is corruption, and that is the height of poverty. Because the driver refused to give them money, a majority of people in the bus were students. They were telling them to open their laptop. I pull over and ask, officer, waiting. Chief, don't worry, this. I said, okay, waiting, come. I have to call the person. I said, listen, look at these as students, are young people. Come, let them go. They say they won't show the driver. You want to show the driver to cost those other people who are just going their own normal way trouble. Waiting, by the time driver saying give them 1,000. They say 1,000 naira too small. Look at the amount of people we carry. How much you charge? Then the price them. How much you won't give them? Say carry the amount of people we carry and the amount to a charge. Why compensating at 1,000? I need to try to tell them, say, you don't they give people money 1,000, they come from road. So basically, they've calculated, if you say the driver is coming from Lagos now to Benin now, he don't charge 27,000 or 20,000 per person. They've calculated that 20,000. They feel entitled rather than providing security. So as they go, so you must give them like 5,000. If you start giving everybody 5,000, how much go follow and reach Benin when you leave? That is what people are protesting. It's like the NSA. It's like the NSA's protest. Now we don't have that. People realize the brutality and abuse of power by the thugs call themselves the SAR people. It was so unbearable. Even my friend that was a top cost. My friend who is an Hausa guy, it's a top cost. He was stopped by NSAR people. Or just they're not in uniform. Just pull up, block him. Say, make it come down. Why is it the car where they drive? By the time they start searching, he said nothing. Until they saw a radio in his car, say,
thank you.
This must be a communication thief radio. You know?
Thank you so much. Thank
anyway,
you for
my point
that
is,
contribution. Thank you. Anyway, if you are just joining us on this program, our topic is why does the Nigerian government fears peaceful protests? The same man who happens to be the president and commander of the chief of the armed forces of Nigeria today was once a civilian.
With your money. Not enough that they are stealing from our children tomorrow for lack of investment in education. They are still embezzling the retirement benefit of hardworking Nigeria, including our
They are stealing from our children's tomorrow. You and your cohort and members of your cabinet and your elected official under your government, you are stealing from our today. We are telling you, you are stealing from our today. When you were asking Nigerians to come out to protest against the government of Goodluck Jonathan, dollar was at 200 naira, less than 200 naira, 197 precisely. Bag of rice was 7,005, right? How much is a dollar today? How much is a bag of rice? The table has turned. It's against you now, and you are crying. Sad. My last question to you, my dear brother, Chief MD. Is it not the responsibility of the police to protect the protesters? What's your take on that?
Nigerian police are they only protect the rich, the powerful, and the politician. You just ask an average person to call police, they will tell you they don't even have money for petrol to come. You know, I remember when a friend was attacked in Lagos, and they went to tell the police to follow them to their house to go and see one of their neighbors. And they have to ask them, they should give them money for petrol to come to go out to do their job. Then they ask him for money to go out to go and arrest the person. I don't get it. So is it the role of the police to protect the protester? The police they mystify me. Nigerian police mystify me. If I was part of the Nigerian police, I would join the rally. How much is their pay? An average Nigerian police, let me say it's about 50,000. They live on bribe. They live on corruption. How many of them can afford to buy or rent? They're barely able to rent. Many of them, even the barracks that the government provide for them, is not even suitable for an animal to live. Go and see police barracks. It's not maintained, it's not kept, it's not nothing. And these are the people. Look at what happened in Benin now. The police officer that was killed with Philip Shaibu drama and Obasaki drama at the airport. Just imagine a life that was wasted because of two political idiots. Just imagine that life that was wasted. That man probably have a wife and children. Neither is Philip Shaibu or Obasaki showing any concern. I'm very sure they've not even gone out of their way to see if the family of that police officer is fine. However, for that police officer to survive, even though he put his life at risk at the expense of these political principalities, he has to go outside that to stand on the road corner like a beggar, harassing car motorists for few pounds, few naira. But that politician is a bloody thief. He has stolen from their future, their ability to provide to be a good husband, good father for their children. But still, they are the same politician that will tell you to go on the street and shoot the protesters. So I beg you, police officer, I beg you, army. No, you need to wake up to realize that those who are trying to protest, they are not protesting against you. They are not protesting, they are protesting for you and the future of your children. So when the politician asks you to go and commit crime or shoot these people, remember this. What they're asking for is not for themselves, it's for you as well. So protect them. Don't do what the thieves ask you to do. Do what the people want you to do for everybody. Protect them. Support them. Guide them. And make sure the counter-protest is being sponsored by politicians, to sponsor the talks to attack the righteous protest. You go after those people. That is what, by you keeping your hold of security, That is
Thank
what you
you.
must
Thank
do.
you.
In this case, it
Thank,
must happen.
thank you so much. I'll come back to you for your closing remark. But before I do that, let me just play this song again. We need to empower and encourage our young talented artists as they begin to release different songs. So every now and then on this program, I'll be playing some of the soundtrack from this young artist named Thriller. It's from Edo State, my place of birth. I think that's network.
Nobody give me the go-go. Me I dey on my own. See I just dey cash go. Holy Spirit cover my soul.
No, we're having network with the clip. Let me give you 2 minutes for your closing remark, please. Chief MD, you have 2 minutes for your closing remark. Chief MD, can you hear me? Or your video is mute. I mean,
I can
sorry,
hear you.
your
Yes, I
mic
can
is
hear you.
mute.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got it done. Like I said, I want us to take a page from the entire movement, because what happened in the entire, people did not, right now people are saying change did not happen, NSA did not achieve anything. For me, I think that's a misfortune and not totally true. Yes, maybe not as much, but NSA, it did change the dynamic of Nigeria, and it did created fear in the heart and soul of Nigerian politicians. Hence the level of brutality they used to handle the NSA. However, NSA also put a stop to the criminality of a special force that was just raping, destroying people all over Nigeria and everywhere. They don't care who you are. NSA's thug in uniform were able to be stopped because of the NSA protest. Now, let's abort that spirit to all Nigerians, both home and away. I appeal to you direct, and I beg of you, join this rally in the little way you can. But please, don't join the people who want to destroy and damage things. Don't join the people who want to take advantage of this rally to become a thief. Don't join the people who want to use this opportunity to cry out for a change, who want to become destructive. Please don't, but protest until change comes. I had seen some videos where they're attacking politicians' houses or going after politicians. Please, I know their families have enjoyed the luxury of the theft, but please, don't do that. You can abuse them as much as what you want. Don't commit any criminality crime against them. Don't go and attack their homes. Don't go and burn their houses. Don't go and attack their properties. Don't do that, because they have families, they have children who have not chosen their life. They just happen to be part of their life. So please don't do that. Don't go and attack politicians' homes. Don't go and attack their property. Apart from that, everything else is possible. Criticize, abuse, insult, yell at. You have the right to do that. Challenge them in any way possible. In the next election, raise up a candidate against them and challenge them. But do not physically abuse them, because that is wrong. That is absolutely wrong. But we must protest this political wickedness. We must protest against poverty. We must protest against political principality. We must protest against insecurity. We must protest against this high cost of living. We must protest against wayward, careless government Government that lacks empathy, that lacks emotional intelligence, that have critical mind to show concern or duty of care to the fellow Nigerians. So I beg of you, you fellow Nigerians, go and protest in good faith, but do not be a destructive protester. Change is coming. God among us will raise up the Moses that will deliver us. God among us will raise the Joshua that will take us to the promised land. And among us, I believe the salvation is here and we shall deliver by the grace of God. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Before I give my closing remark,
What they
I'm
are
going to
doing
play a clip of
with your money. Not enough that they are stealing from our children tomorrow for lack of investment in education. They are still embezzling the retirement benefit of hardworking Nigeria, including our grandfathers. They are stealing the port, the treasury, not even leaving some coins for us to war with. Let them be out. Out.
Nigeria. Did you hear that? Did you hear what the former president, former civilian, now the president of Nigeria, did you hear what he just said? Nigerian government may be very fearful of their own shadow, but that should not prevent Nigerians from exercising their right to peaceful protest or their right to assemble as guaranteed under Section 40 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. The police must ensure the protection of all peacefully assembled Nigerians wherever they choose to voice their discontent with the current state of affairs in the country. It is their right, and they should be permitted to do so. I thank you, and God bless you. See you again, same place, same time. Chief MD, thank you for always being a part of this program.